It's a Monday, and coming after that Man United Arsenal draw over the weekend, I know there's been a lot of reaction. But allow me to speak about the politics of our great motherland, that is Kenya. And honestly, today I want to talk about three things. Two, I want to address uh, Deputy President William Ruto and his people, and on the other hand, I want to address His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta on the questions that affect this country. Let me begin with what we have seen happen at over the weekend since the president began his charm offensive to regain control of his Mount Kenya constituency. Now, what we have seen is that president openly reprimanded his deputy and said, I mean, huwezi kuwa unapatia vijana wheelbarrow wanataka kazi. Now, he has also told his Mount Kenya staff that he no longer has faith in his deputy, and he is actually telling them to listen to him and not to trust William Ruto. He has even said that he's coming in through the back door or through the window instead of going straight and asking for the people. In fact, what amazed me is when the president says that watu wanakamua na nepia grass yake, which I mean, is telling of how bad the relationship is, if that is anything to go by. I mean, we've also seen the DP go head on against his boss. But then after that, we've also seen how he has come out to say that the president doesn't owe him anything. He does not feel entitled politically in terms of any community owing him, and therefore the only duty that he has or obligation is to help the president to get Kenyans together. Now, that is the kind of double speak that is coming from the Tanga Brigade or the so-called Hustler Nation, and we need to be honest about it. We need to speak about it. We've seen the former governor, ousted governor Gideon Mbuvi Sonko talking against the president in a manner that honestly is disrespectful, but also borders on admission of crime. Now, when I listen to Sonko, I honestly think he is taking the joke too far. He could be rattled. He could feel betrayed. You could be feeling anything, Governor Sonko. But then, honestly, Honorable Sonko, you have taken it too far. And sometimes you might think it is mere publicity or just mere speech, but it could land you in trouble, and I think that was it was too unbecoming of Sonko, and those are the kind of speech that has left you having to be summoned because you're admitting to commission of certain crimes, and we know it, this country, that yes, certain things may be happening, but such admission can only leave you in more trouble. So I would ask that the DP also can rein in on some of this, of his people, because they are reckless in their speech, and I mean, they could make things worse any moment. Because like once Kalembe Ndile told the people that he told His Excellency Mwai Kibaki, retired president, that Mheshimiwa Rais, sometimes sasa watu wengine wakifungua tu mdomo namna hii kura 100 inaenda, and maybe that is something that DP William Ruto, a man I admire a lot and I respect, you need to rein in on some of these reckless speeches. Now, on to my second point. Is it about time that the DP took the bull, having taken the bull by the horns, is it about time that he considered leaving government officially and saying the circumstances under which I became deputy president and the principal assistant to His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta are no longer the same? Everything has changed. It is not the same arrangement under which we came into office in 2017, and therefore it's only honorable that I step out and, seek the mandate of Kenyans to be able to reset the circumstances and the conditions under which I became a member of this government. Because I honestly believe that maybe that is what you need to do at this point in time. Ruto could do with, stepping out of government and officially oppose the government, because it doesn't make sense that he continues to attack the same government he serves in as the second most powerful man. He cannot be talking about economic, misfortunes of the Kenyan people. He cannot be talking about the existence of a hustler nation. He cannot be talking about lack of jobs for the youth. He cannot be talking about how Kenyan joblessness and graduates are frustrated, yet he serves in the same government, yet he gave promises. So I think on this one, my honest view is that the people who are calling for him to resign could be right. I think they are, and I agree with that. It is more hypocritical than anything else for him to continue criticizing, for him to continue drawing, benefits by virtue of the office he holds, when he is literally not doing anything. He is literally isolated. He is complaining about being unaware of the happenings in government. So I honestly think this is something he needs to give serious thought, and perhaps with just over a year to go and a referendum beckoning and political temperatures heightening, it is about time that he took the decision. Maybe if it was earlier, if there was no BBI and there was nothing coming up, probably he would, hold on. But right now, I think the time is right for him to leave government and take the street and start campaigning on his own. Now, that is my view. Lastly, I want to address my president, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, and this regards the COVID issue that in the fight against corruption, Your Excellency, I think the Kenyan people have the right to demand that the promise which you made, the directive you gave, it is now almost 4-5 months since you said you gave 21 days for the COVID billionaires and the scandal to be unearthed and for the people to be arraigned. We are not seeing anything yet. We've not had any updates from these people, and neither have we had any statements from His Excellency the President. I think it is only fair that if we are to believe in the efforts fighting against corruption, and if indeed people are to be satisfied that indeed the allegations touching on some of the individuals who are close to you, some individuals who politically are aligned to the president's side, I think the only justice for the Kenyan people who believe that they lost what, because those are sacred cows. I think Your Excellency and the entire government needs to do justice to the Kenyan people. Let the culprits be brought to book. We know the stories are out there, the narrative is out there. Legend has it that this was looting left, right, center. Let the people pay for their sins, and that is the only way Kenyans are going to have faith in the government's efforts to fight corruption. Otherwise, then everybody else who's being bundled into the corridors of justice will be saying, especially those who have disagreed in principle with, the government of the day, will feel they are being victims of their political positions or persuasions. So let us do the honorable thing and say, Your Excellency, the President, make good your word that you're in control of this government and you're going to make sure that the culprits are brought to book. Now, those are the three issues I wanted to talk about today. But the most important are the two things: the bordering on the fight against corruption and the COVID billionaires, and the fact that I believe that honestly, it is no longer tenable for the DP to continue serving or holding that position, and any continued stay justifies efforts by Kenyans to have him vacate office, because he is opposing the same government that he serves in. That is, he is talking about a cabinet that does not respect him, yet he is, the principal assistant to the president who chairs the cabinet, and he is part of the cabinet. So honestly, I think the circumstances having changed and the tone having got to where it got, as evidenced by what happened at Sagana and what has panned out, I honestly believe that those calling for resignation of William Ruto from this government have a right to do so, and let him step out, leave Jubilee to its own, affairs, and walk in and now openly market the party that we believe and everybody believes is his own, that is the UDA. So that's it for today. Let's see what happens. But I wish you well. Follow us. Let's keep having these conversations, and this is how pragmatic and candid we want to be in shaping the conversations that affect our society and our country. We love Kenya, and we want to make sure that we participate and we are part and parcel of the voices that shape the discourse. Be it political, be it social, be it anything, name it, we will be there. So follow my social media platforms, and let's engage on these issues, because that is the best service we can give our country, especially now that these conversations are necessary. Adios. See you soon.